Chipola fans, what time is it? It's game time.
And good evening, Chipola fans. Welcome to another edition of Chipola Basketball on CCTV. It's tonight the Chipola Indians at 2-0 take on the Roane State Community College Raiders at 0-2. Head coach Brendan Foley in his first season with the Indians, 2-0. He has wins over Miami-Dade and Enterprise State Community College to start the season. They are unranked in the national polls, but ranked 6th in the FCSAA state poll are our Indians as we get ready to take on the Raiders of Roane State. Leading scorers for the Indians, Daniel Oladapo shoots 65% from the field as 4 players average double figures. Baruti with 14, Bruton with 21, Walker with 10, and Oladapo, the team leader, with 24. Again, starting lineups for the Chipola Indians: Batumba Baruti, Laquan Butler, Keyshawn Bruton, I.B. Sanker, and Daniel Oladapo. For the Raiders, Kevon Hill, James Jordan, Grant Holt, Austin Brooks, and Demir Black on the floor, as this is Demir Black with the ball working against Keyshawn Bruton. Man-to-man defense for the Indians in the early going as the Raiders, with 8 on the shot clock, they're going to have to hurry right here. 6, 5, nowhere to go with the ball. 3, 2, 1. They're going to have to force a shot. They're not going to get it off. That should be a violation, and it is. Shot clock violation, and the Indians have the ball to start the game. Excellent defense from the Indians to start things off. Indians leading field goal shooter again, Daniel Oladapo with a 65% percentage. 3-point percentage, Batumba Baruti at 44%. Free throws, 87%. There's a steal. And coming down court and laying it up and having it blocked is Juan Butler. He blocks Demir Black's shot. And the ball out of bounds on the other end as we try to push the tempo quickly. And it's a turnover Raider ball. Abraham Sanker leads the team in steals with 2.5 assists. Malik Zachary and Dwayne Walker and Laquan Butler all tied with 3.5 assists per game each. And block shots is Keyshawn Bruton and Sanker with 1.5 blocks each. Indians play in the Panhandle Conference. Conference season starts January 9th at home against Tallahassee Community College. Here, early going action, no score. Indians, as reaching in, is Baruti. Ball out of bounds against the Raiders, and there'll be a turnover and Indian ball.
Let's get it back. Get it back.
Right now, everyone in the Panhandle Conference except Gulf Coast is undefeated. Everybody at 2-0 except Gulf Coast, who's at 1-1. We'll take a look at the state poll here in just a moment as the Indians try to get the first basket of the game. The game's going to low to Oladapo, and traveling is called against the 6'7" forward out of Washington, D.C. It's turnover to the Indians. Roane State Community College out of Perryman, Tennessee. Head coach Randy Nesbitt. They are 0-2 on the season. As Baruti skies high and gets the rebound there. 0-2 on the season, as I mentioned. Losses to South Georgia Tech and Gordon State by the scores of 87-90 and 94-101. So they've been in every game. And there's a three-pointer right there to start the scoring by Kevon Hill, a 6'4" freshman out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Gets the scoring going. It's a 3-0 lead to the Raiders. Indians with the ball. Sanker trying to get it around, gets it down low on the blocks, goes up, pump fake, shot is up, won't go. Rebound Batumbi, tips it up, it won't go. Batumbi fighting for the rebound and comes away with it. Nesbitt wanted a tie up, but they didn't get it. Now Barudi's for 3, no good, and a rebound to the Raiders. A couple of scoring opportunities there, but couldn't make anything happen. And the Indians have to play a little defense right here. And traveling called against James Jordan. 3 players in double figures for the Raiders, led by Demir Black with 26.5 points a game. Excuse me, James Jordan at 15 points a game, and Grant Holt at 13 points a game. Black leads the team in assists as well with 4 assists per game. Roane State averaging 90 points a game, shooting almost 40% from the field. As there's a layup as Daquan Butler opens the scoring for the Chipola Indians, getting baskets. And the score is 3-2. Again, Roane State averaging 90 points a game, shooting 40% from the field, 33% from beyond the arc, and shooting 79% from the free throw line. They're averaging 37 rebounds a game and 14.5 assists per game. For our Chipola Indians, they're averaging 106.5 points a game. They shoot 53% from the field, 26% from the three-point arc, 67% from the free throw line. They're averaging 49 rebounds a game and 17 assists a game. Again, leading scorers, Daniel Oladapo with 24 a game and Keyshawn Bruton with 21 a game. Right now, Broody guarding the ball as he faces Demir Black, their leading scorer. Black gives it up in the corner, layup, driving, and a foul called. And that's going to go against number 4, Keyshawn Bruton, I believe. So Bruton called with the foul, and 2 shots coming for number 12, who's checked in the game, Christian Blue, a 5'8" player out of Stockbridge, Georgia. Christian Blue at the line. And he makes the first free throw. Christian Loring checks in for the Indians, wearing number 10. Loring, a 6'9" center out of Hargrave Military Academy in Paris, France. 1 free throw made for Christian Blue, and it's a 4-2 game. Daniel Oladapo with the basket, and he has tied the game up at 4 apiece. Quickly on the other end, 3-pointer on the way, and skying and getting up. Boy, showing his ups, Keyshawn Bruton right there, and he landed on Baruti, and Baruti slow getting up. And Baruti says he's okay. So Baruti, Loring, Bruton, Butler, and Oladapo on the floor for the Indians. And now a substitution coming in for the Indians is number 23. Dwayne Walker checks in, Baruti checks out. Walker, a 6'3" freshman guard out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in the game for the Indians. Down to Christian Loring. Loring fade away in the paint, won't fall. Rebound to the Raiders. They're on the move. Looking to stop ball here is Keyshawn Bruton. Here is their leading scorer, Malik Black. And they go low. Shot won't fall. Rebound, Oladapo on the run out. Here comes Gooden. Gooden tried to thread the pass. Couldn't get it to Bruton, but they're going to reset the offense right here. 20 on the shot clock, plenty of time, as we are tied at 4 apiece in the early going. Daquan Butler working the ball around. Now he's going to shoot it. Won't fall. Rebound, Loring. Christian Loring underneath. Kind of got away with a shoulder drive, and he lays it up and in. 2 points for Christian Loring. So look at the state poll. Northwest Florida out of the Panhandle Conference is ranked number 1 in the state. Eastern Florida at number 2. Florida Southwest at number 3 as number 24, Black, draws the foul and gets the basket and will attempt a 3-point play. Daytona State's at number 4. Tallahassee is at number 5. Chipola ranked number 6. Central Florida 7th. Palm Beach State 8. St. Pete 9. And Miami-Dade 10. The only team ranked in the national polls out of the Panhandle Conference, Northwest Florida State, predicted to win it all, ranked number 1 in the nation as well. Seven 6 our score, as Demir Black makes us pay with a 3-point play to give them a 1-point lead. Raiders over our Indians in the early going. Long 3-pointer by Gooden, off the mark, rebound to the Raiders. I said good, and that was Dwayne Walker, excuse me. Dwayne Walker on the floor. As a shot rolls up and in by Jerome. Raiders up by 3. Here come the Indians. This is Baruti driving in. Right-handed shot won't go. Tipped up by Lauren. Christian Lauren up and in. He's got 4 points. And the lead is 1. Chick Fay in the game, number 1. And a 3-pointer by Christian Blue is good. Blue with his 4th point of the game. Puts the Raiders up by 4 over our Indians in the early going. Substitutions waiting to come in for the Raiders. It's at the top of the key. Malik Zachary has the ball intercepted. And Demir Black gets an easy basket on the other end. 5 points for Black on the night. At 13:41 to play. This is Zachary. Malik Zachary, Christian Lauren, IB Sinclair, Chick Fay, and number 23, Dwayne Walker, all in the game for the Indians. Here come substitutions for both teams. Into the game for the Indians, number 2, Laquan Butler checks in, and number 3, Malik Zachary checks out. Coach Brendan Foley, in his first year as head coach, have the Indians at a 2-0 advantage, with wins again over Miami-Dade and Enterprise State to start the season last weekend. They play again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock against Lawson State. Christian Blue with the ball, guarded by Butler. Butler on the ball. Shot is up, no good. Battle for the rebound, won by the Indians. This is Walker. Dwayne Walker comes away with it, bringing it down court. He gets it to Butler, to Fay. Quick 3 on the move, no good by Chick Fay. And now ball knocked out of bounds. Substitutions coming in for the Indians. Batumbi Baruta, number 13, Daniel Oladapo, and number 4, Keyshawn Bruton all check in. In the game for the Raiders, number 24, Demir Black. Butler, Oladapo, Baruti, Sinclair, and Butler on the floor for the Indians. Starting 5 out there. Raiders trying to work the ball around. Grant Holt with it, loses it out of bounds. They're going to say knocked out by the Indians.
You don't call out on your own. Thanks, man. Sorry about that. Get it right. Throw it back. Here we go. Flow.
Christian Blue working against Laquan Butler. Butler knocks it away. Saved, and then a bullet pass that couldn't be corralled by Austin Brooks. Out of bounds, Indian ball. Oladapo to inbound. Butler brings it down court. The 5'11" guard out of Lancaster, Texas. Bringing it down. Butler on the season averaging 9 points a game for the Indians. High screen by Batumbi. And now the give to Bruton. Here's Butler driving in, loses it. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by the Raiders. Raiders quickly down court as we approach the halfway mark here of the first half. Christian Blue drives in and goes down hard. And not sure what the call was. They're going to say traveling, I believe. It's going to be Indian ball.
Snap it back. James, if 2 people play, you snap it back.
Inbounding it, IB Sinclair. Sinclair gets it to Butler. And the Indians are on the move. Driving in now and getting the basket, Keyshawn Bruton. The 6'2" guard gets his first basket. It's 10 points for the Indians. We trail by 4. On the other end, nice little move there by Austin Brooks. Gets his first basket. Got us up in the air and could not make the play defensively. Here come the Indians, down by 6. This is Bruton to Butler, and then down low to Sinclair, and a foul goes against Christian Blue. That's the matchup we wanted, as Christian Blue against Sinclair, 6'7" against 5'8", so he gives up almost a foot. So that was the matchup we wanted, as they had switched on help defense, and we had the mismatch. Oh, nice play into Oladapo. Right there, couldn't get the basket, however, and the Raiders have the ball. Raiders down court and force a shot and a foul.
Foul number 2 for the Indians. His second team score.
Blue, next call is fingers down. Next call to go in is fingers down.
10:58 play, trailing by 6 at the line. Christian Blue out of Stockbridge, Georgia, has 4 points. And his first free throw is off the mark. Checking out is Raquan Butler. Checking in is Malik Zachary, the 6'2" freshman guard out of Warners, New York, comes into the game. He missed them both, and the Indians have the rebound. That's been an Achilles heel for the Raiders, shooting just 42% from the free throw line on the season. Go down low. This is Sinclair trying to back his way down. Gives it out for 3. No good, but a follow by Batumba Baruti with the Jamma Slamma, and cuts the lead to 4. 3 players up off the bench for the Raiders as they get ready to make some mass substitutions. Chuck Fay getting ready to check in for the Indians at the next dead ball. Grant Holt works it around to Blue for 3, and it's good. Christian Blue, 7 points for him on the game. Christian Blue on the season averaging 5.5. So he's above his average, and on this end, Batumba Baruti scores another slam dunk and cuts the lead to 5. 19-14 our score. Shot off the mark. Blue with the rebound. Now into Brooks, who missed the shot. Austin Brooks now gets the ball back and lays it in. Austin Brooks with 4 points, and the lead is 7. On the other end, this is Oladapo on the spinning shot, off the mark. No foul called, and here come the Raiders. Christian Blue matched up against Malik Zachary. They go low to Brooks again. Out to Holt for 3. Won't fall. Rebound to the Indians. Deep pass to Oladapo. Spins, goes up, and lays it in. Oladapo with 4 points. 5-point lead. 21-16 our score. We're under the halfway point, approaching the 9-minute mark here in the first half. Fast and furious action in the nightcap here of the first day of the Chipola Classic tournament. And Oladapo draws an offensive foul. Foul goes against Brooks. His first team second. Austin Brooks, the 6'7" center out of Maryville, Tennessee, draws the foul. In the game, Chuck Fay, Malik Zachary, Keyshawn Bruton, Daniel Oladapo, and Baruti, all on the floor for the Indians. 21-16 our score. Take a look at some conference standings here in just a moment. As there's a pass to Fay. Fay over to Bruton, and a foul called. That's third team foul, and Bruton is at the line. Sean Bruton on the season, shooting 66% for the free throw line, misses the first one. Hits the second one. He's got 3 points. And it's a 4-point lead for the Raiders. Get a defensive stop right here, get the ball back. Try to cut this deficit even more. As long 3-pointer not good by Black. The rebound to the Indians. This is Malik Zachary. Zachary down court. Shake and bake out to Bruton over to Fay for three off the top of the backboard. No good. It should have been a backboard violation, but regardless, the Raiders get the ball. And now a long three-pointer by them. Too strong and grabbed by Zachary. Zachary with the lob, and here's the alley-oop, and Bruton couldn't quite finish the play. It was close. And they throw it away. Turnover Raiders. And we're going to have a substitution into the game. 22, Cameron Gooden, a freshman guard, checks in out of Frisco, Texas. He comes into the game for the Indians. And we'll bring the ball down court. Game or day one of a two-day tournament here at Chipola. As a shot off the glass, no good. Tomorrow, game day two action features Salkehatchie against Roane State. Lawson State versus TCC. In game two, Chipola against Hillsboro. The ladies play in game three. And then in game four, it's the Chipola men against Lawson State. That's your lineup for tomorrow. We'll bring that game to you here on CCTV. Mike Miller here with you, bringing all the action as we continue tonight's game. At the line, number 24, Demir Black, has 5 points on the night, attempting to extend the lead right here for the Raiders. As you look at the Region 8 state standings, in the Mid-Florida Conference, Daytona State is undefeated at 2-0, as is Eastern Florida. College of Central Florida is at 1-0. Florida State College at 1-1, and Santa Fe at 1-1. As Black hits both free throws. 23-17, a 6-point lead for the Raiders. This is Gooden. To Fay, back to Gooden. Entry pass into Christian Loring, who's checked into the game. Loring on the block. Double team, he's got in trouble, kicks it out to Gooden for three. Good. Cameron Gooden knocks it home. The 5'11 freshman guard cuts the lead in half. Here's Black, Demir Black working against Bruton. And a steal. This is check Fay. Fay down court, and here's Bruton on this side, lays it up and draws the foul. And that's going to be Black on the foul. And at the line will come the Indians with a chance to cut this game to 1. Deshaun Bruton on the season, shooting 66% from the free throw line. And he hits the first one. In the game, IB Sinclair checks in. And Christian Loring, Gooden, Sinclair, Walker, and Bruton on the floor as Bruton misses the next free throw. It's a 2-point game right in the Raiders' favor right now with 6:45 to play. Black with the ball, in trouble. Picked up this dribble, has nowhere to go with it. And finally gets it over to Kevon Hill. No help defense there, and the shot is up and finally grabbed by Christian Loring. Loring to Gooden, down court to Bruton. Back to Gooden. Gooden pops the three. Off the rim, no good. Loring trying to chase it down in the corner. They throw it out, and Gooden recovers. Gooden to Christian Loring. Down low, Sinclair spins and puts up the shot. IB Sinclair gets his first basket of the game. And this game is tied at the 5:53 mark. This is Grant Holt working against Gooden. Gooden, ball deflected into the corner for three. And it's good. Nice three-pointer for Kevon Hill. He's got 2 threes in this game and 6 points as they take a 3-point lead over our Indians. Gooden to Christian Loring, down low. Nice lob pass to Sinclair, who lays it up and in for the easy basket. 1-point deficit for the Indians here in the first half. Approaching the 5-minute mark here as Demir Black brings it down court. Gives it up to Hill. Hill guarded by Bruton. And they work the perimeter right here. Black pull up Jay. Doesn't get the roll. Sincari with the rebound. Indians on the run. Here's Gooden. Gooden cross court pass to Sincari. Sincari drives it. Oh, nice dish down low to Long and the dunk. Christian Long with the dunk, and the Indians take the lead. Indians with a 1-point lead here at the 4:45 mark, and an exclamation point on Christian Long. And now we're going to get a technical foul on Christian Long. Christian Long gets the technical foul after taking the lead, and that's a costly foul right there, as it gives the Raiders a chance to shoot free throws and get the ball back. So we briefly have the lead. Let's hope we can maintain it. First free throw is good by Black. He's got 8 points already in this game. Came in averaging 26.5 points a game for the Raiders. All kinds of substitutions ready to come in for both teams as Black hits them both. 9 points for Black. Wholesale substitutions on the floor for the Indians. Malik Zachary, number 13, Daniel Oladipo. Number 22, Cameron Gooden. Number 23, Dwayne Walker. And number 5, I.B. Sincari. That's the Indians on the floor right now as the Raiders have the ball and a 1-point lead. So the technical foul hurts the Indians, and they go down low to Black, who travels with it. We continue to look at conference standings in the state of Florida. The Panhandle Conference at Chipola College 2-0, Northwest Florida at 2-0, Pensacola State at 2-0, CCC at 2-0, and Gulf Coast at 1-1. How competitive is Panhandle Conference play, you ask? Well, over the years, Chipola has won 13 state championships in men's basketball, 4 state championships in women's basketball, 5 state championships in men's baseball, and 5 state championships in softball. The Indians have won national championships in baseball in 2018, 2017, and 2007, as they are back-to-back national championships over the past 2 years. In softball, they've won national championships in 2007 and 2015. As traveling is called on the other end, and under Coach Greg Franklin, in his 6th season with the Indians, he has one national championship to his credit back in 2015. So the state of Florida, and specifically the Panhandle Conference, has produced many championships. Northwest Florida has also been high in those championship ratings as well. Gooden with the ball. Goes down low to Sincari, wanting to back in, spins with the right hand, got his player up in the air, and shot bounces around, no good. Rebound to Blue, and here come the Raiders. Christian Blue with the ball, goes to the corner for 3, and that one's a miss. Oladipo with the rebound. Malik Zachary with the ball, and nice pass down low to Dwayne Walker, who gets his first basket of the game, and the Indians take a 1-point lead. 3:05 to go. Raiders were in control early, but the Indians have fought back from as far as a 7-point deficit, and they now have a 1-point lead. Christian Blue, jumper won't fall. Rebound to the Raiders, however, as they go in low, and this is Austin Brooks, who travels with it. Austin Brooks arguing with his coaches that he didn't walk. Even the coach says, yeah, you walked. Get over it. Get back and play some ball. Here comes Oladipo inbounding it to Gooden. Oladipo, Gooden, Sincari, Keyshawn Bruton in the game, and Batumba Baruti in the game, also for the Indians. They go to Baruti in the far corner. Baruti, pull-up jumper, won't fall, tipped around, or grabbed by the Raiders. 2:30 and counting, a 1-point Indian lead. And erase that as Black hits his 11th point of the game and gives the Raiders a 1-point lead. Here's Gooden. He's got the positioning pass for St. Clair, who gave up on it, it looked like. And so ball goes out of bounds to the Raiders. In the Southern Conference of the state of Florida, Indian River is undefeated at 2-0, Miami-Dade at 1-1, Palm Beach State at 1-1, Asa College at 0-2, and Broward College at 0-2. And in the Suncoast region, Florida Southwestern is on top with a 2-0 record. Polk State is at 1-0. St. Pete at 1-0, Hillsborough County at 2-0, and State College of Florida at 1-1. As Jerome hits the three-pointer for the Raiders, that's his 5th point of the game, and they now have a 4-point lead. Trying to answer is Sinclair. The ball rolls out of bounds, and it will be Raider ball. Checking in the game, number 3, Malik Zachary checks in, and Gooden checks out. So Zachary, Oladapo, Bruton, Christian Long, and Broody on the floor for the for the Indians. Raiders also having substitutions. Christian Blue checks in, along with number 15, Kendon Reeves. Reeves with the ball, tries to go low. Ball deflected, stolen by Christian Long. Indians on the move. Baruti trying to go coast to coast and is fouled and takes a shot to the head. The foul will give the Raiders their 6th foul, so the ball should be on the floor. It should not be a shooting foul, although everybody is lined up like they're shooting. I believe they're going to say that was a shooting foul. So Broody at the line shooting 2. Batumba Baruti at the line. He is not shot a free throw so far. So he'll have the opportunity to try to knock some down here. Again, tomorrow, Chipola takes on Lawson State at 7 o'clock on CCTV here from the Milton H. Johnson Health Center. As Batumba Baruti misses the first free throw. And he misses that one as well. So lead is 4 for the Raiders with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go in the half. Shaking and baking, James Jordan lost the handle. Christian Blue gets it, goes into Reeves. And the pass in the corner. And the three-pointer too strong, grabbed by Baruti. Baruti here to Malik Zachary. Zachary goes right in, lays it up and in. Zachary with the basket. And the Indians have cut the lead to 2 with under a minute to play. Three-pointer on the way for the Raiders. Good look, couldn't knock it down, and Bruton comes away with it. Deshaun Bruton going coast to coast. He lays it up. It won't fall. Might have forced that one a little bit. And here come the Raiders. Reeves with the ball. Turnaround shot, good. Kendon Reeves with the basket. He's got 2 points. It's back to a 4-point lead. No shot clock, 20 seconds to go. We're going to play for 1 shot here. And we'll go down at the half trailing regardless of the outcome here. Christian Lord, pump fake, gives it out to Broody for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good with 2 seconds to go. Long pass, and this game goes to halftime with the Raiders over our Indians by the score of 35-31. We're going to take timeout, and we'll look at second half action coming up in just a few moments. As we get ready for second half action here from the Chipola Classic, as the Chipola Indians take on the Raiders of Roane State. We'll take a look at the first half statistics. First for Roane State, they shot 41% from the floor, 35% from beyond the arc, and 66% from the free throw line. They had 22 rebounds and 11 turnovers. So they were led in scoring by Demir Black's 11 points. Christian Blue added 7. Caven Hill with 6. Austin Brooks with 4. Jerome Lutzen with 5. And Kendon Reeves with 2 for a total of 35 points. And they had 29 field goal attempts on the night. For our Chipola Indians, we attempted 37 shots on the evening, shot 37% from the floor, 12% from three-point line, just 1 of 8. So we got to improve there, and just 33% from the charity stripe. The Indians had 22 rebounds, so rebounding even. They did have 8 turnovers in the first half, and a fairly even distribution of scoring for our Indians, led by Christian Loring with 6 points, Daniel Oladapo, Batumba Baruti, Ibrahim Sankar, Keyshawn Bruton, all with 4, Quan Butler, Malik Zachary, and Dwayne Walker with 2 as the Raiders open the second half with the ball and a 4-point lead against our Indians. And an early basket there for Jerome Lutzel. He gets his 7th point of the game, a 6'4" player out of Deerfield Beach, Florida. Quan Butler on the floor, along with Keyshawn Bruton, Oladapo, Sinclair, and Batumbi, the starting 5. Batumba Baruti, the starting 5 for the Indians on the floor, and Oladapo draws the foul and comes to the line.
Bad luck for the Indians, number 13, Daniel Oladapo, shooting 2.
2 shots for Oladapo, as the first foul is picked up by James Jordan. The nightcap tonight of a 4-game slate as the Chipola Classic continues tomorrow with 4 games starting at 1 o'clock. Salkehatchie against Roane State, Lawson State versus TCC, Chipola versus Hillsboro in lady action, and then the men take on Roane State, or I should say Lawson State men tomorrow night. They're playing Roane State tonight. Oladapo knocks the ball away, out of bounds. It is a 5-point lead for the Raiders. Lady Indians improved to 3-0 earlier tonight with a victory over Roane State. As a basket is made there by Lutzen, his 9th point of the game. The Lady Indians tonight get the victory by the final score of 75-41. Five-point lead for the Raiders and the balls. They go down low to Brooks, who is knocked about. Should have gotten fouled. No whistle on the play, however, as they're letting them play a little bit down in the paint. On the other end, Bruton's shot is up and no good. And the Raiders come away with it. Brendan Foley has the Indians with a 2-0 record to start the season, but they are struggling a little bit here tonight against the Raiders as Demir Black hits a 3-pointer and puts them up by 7. That matches the largest lead of the first half for the Raiders, 41-34. Trying to answer on the other end. Reverse layup is no good by Laquan Butler. Loose ball and a jump ball. Possession arrow belonging to the Indians. And the Indians rank 6th in the state in Region 8 as Oladapo gets the lob pass and kicks it out to Baruti. And right back down to Oladapo. Wants to back his way in. Cross-court pass to Sinclair for 3. Won't go for IB, and here comes the rebound to the Raiders. This is Demir Black, averaging 26 points a game coming into tonight's game. He's got 14 right now, but turns it over, and Oladapo goes coast to coast. Won't get the shot Loose ball, grab by Oladapo, put back up, no good, and finally, and now we got all kinds of extracurricular activity and a second technical foul against Peruvian. There's a little pushing and shoving going on right there. And Shek Fei is fixing to check into the game for the Indians, a shooting foul. And Demir Black will go shoot the free throws. As the referees have a conference, it's 2 shots for the Raiders.
Technical foul on number 0 for the Indians. His second. Team foul.
So Brody picks up his second technical foul. And Black at the line to shoot free throws. And he knocks down the first one. 15 points for Demir Black. Make it 16 and the Raiders will get the ball. As Shek Fei checks in, Brody checks out. So on the floor right now for the Indians, it's Sinclair, Fei, Oladapo, Bruton, and I lost the player. Oh, Kashawn Butler. Laquan Butler, excuse me. Sinclair's going to pick up pressure here for the Indians. 9-point lead for the Raiders here as the Indians face their largest deficit of the season. Shek Fei on the ball. Doesn't matter. 3-pointer by Jerome Lutson puts with 12 points on the game. It's a 12-point lead. 16:55 to play. Let's see what the Indians can do. Ball knocked out of last touch by Fei. Checking into the game, Malik Zachary checks in, and Laquan Butler checks out. Christian Blue into the game. He led up the Indians for, what was it, 7 first-half points, including 2 threes earlier. He's checked in the game at number 12. And now they give it to Kevin Hill. Back to Demir. Black drives in, shot, and will shoot 2.
Foul number 4 for the Indians. His second. Team second.
Foul goes against the Indians' Kashawn Bruton, his second, team second of the second half.
Bad line for the Raiders, number 24, Demir Black.
Demir Black shooting 2 shots. 12-point lead for the Raiders, make it 13 as he gets his 17th point of the game. Now it's a 14-point lead as he got them both. Here come the Indians, Malik Zachary pushing it down court. And here's Oladapo on the baseline. And the foul. The foul's going to be against number 14, Jerome Lutson, his first.
For the Raiders, his second, team second.
Team second of the game.
Bad line for the Indians, number 13, Daniel
Oladapo at the line. He missed 2 free throws earlier. He gets that one to fall.
Make sure we box.
Got them both.
Checking in for the Indians, number 22, Cameron Gooden.
Number 22, Cameron Gooden checks in, the 5'11 freshman from Frisco, Texas, into the game. He's going to pick up the ball on Christian Blue. Christian Blue down court. Loose ball, out of bounds, Raiders. It'll be Indian ball. Faye, Zachary, Gooden, Oladapo, and Bruton in the game for the Indians. Here comes Malik Zachary pushing the ball quickly to Bruton. Bruton comes near side. Faye down low to Oladapo. Faces the basket and has it stripped from behind, but a foul is going to be called. On the floor, be Indian ball underneath their own basket. That's Lutzon's third foul of the game, and now checking the game, Grant Holt will come in at the next dead ball for the Raiders. They tried to sub him in, but the referee had already handed the ball to an Indian player to inbound. It's Zachary over to Faye for three. Won't fall. Rebound. Oladapo puts it up and in. Won't go. And nice rebounding job by the Raiders there. Gooden on the ball, facing Blue. Between the circles. Looking for the high screen to the near side. Working against Bruton. Is Black. Black lays it up. It's short. Out of bounds. Last touch by Oladapo. Grant Holt checks in for the Raiders. Inbounding it, Kevon Hill. Vaughn lays it up for Black, and just an easy alley-oop play as they caught us napping right there for an easy basket. And it's a 14-point Raider lead. Malik Zachary with the ball. 5 minutes played here in the second half. Zachary goes all the way around and scores. Malik Zachary with his fourth point of the game. And it's 50-38. They go low to Reeves. Shot no good. Battle for the rebound won by Zachary. He comes near side to Bruton. Bruton pull-up jumper off the glass. Too strong. And they're going to say blocking foul, I believe, on Holt. So Grant Holt gets the foul. And at the line for the Indians, number 4, Keyshawn Bruton. Bruton shooting 2. Bruton on the season. On this short season, shooting 66% for the free throw line, 6 of 9. And he makes the first one. He hit them both. He's got 6 points, and the lead is down to 10. Trying to cut down from a 14-point deficit are the Indians. And a near steal, but then they get rid of it. Black to Christian Blue. Indian fans wanted to travel, but they didn't get it. Black spinning in the paint. Shot is up and no good, but a foul going against Bruton. That's Bruton's third, I believe. His third, team third. 51-40 our scores. The first free throw is made by Black. And he makes us pay with 2. He's up to 22 points for the game. Averaging 26 points a game for the Raiders. We've got to find an answer for him. Malik Zachary with the ball. Calling the offense. Substitutions getting ready to come in. Check Faye for 3. No good. Rebound to the Raiders. Check Faye defensively against Blue. Knocks Blue down. And Faye will pick up the foul. Into the game, Baruti back into the game for Bruton. Also up off the bench, Suncair. IB Suncair checks in for Check Faye. Sankari, Baruti, Oladapo, Gooden, and Zachary on the floor for the Indians. .12-point deficit facing our Indians. Raiders with the ball. Possession arrow on the reset belongs to the Raiders as well. Christian Blue picked up by Gooden. He gets the high screen, jumper on its way, and good. Christian Blue knocks it down. 9 points for him. Christian Loring getting ready to check back in for the Indians as Malik Zachary drives. And he's shooting 2. That was a shooting foul for Malik Zachary. Zachary will get 2 free throws. He's shooting 66% on the season from the free throw line tonight. This is his first free throw attempt. He hits the first one. Christian Loring in and Oladapo out for the Indians. So IB Sankari, Gooden, Loring, Zachary, and Baruti in the game for the Indians right now. He hit them both, and we needed those. It's back to a 12-point deficit. Biggest. That was last touch by the Indians, they say. And a timeout for the Raiders. It's a 30-second timeout taken as Coach Nesbitt calls a timeout to come talk to his team. Some final statistics from the Lady Indians win earlier tonight. They ended up shooting 38% from the field, 20% from the free throw, or from three-point land, and 78% from the free throw line in their 75-41 victory over Roane State, the Lady Raiders, earlier tonight. With the win, Coach Franklin's team improves to 3-0. And they play again tomorrow at 5 o'clock against Hillsboro, the Lady Hawks. Here the Indians face a 12-point deficit as Gooden picks up the ball against Christian Blue as they cross the half-court line. Into the corner for Holt for 3. Won't fall. Rebound. Christian Blue comes away with it, battling it away from 2 Indians that are twice his size, it seems like. Now the shot and the roll is good for James Jordan. That's his first basket of the game. And it's a 14-point lead at the 12-minute mark. Legal screen by the Indians, and into the game, number 23, Dwayne Walker checks in, and Cameron Gooden checks out. Arudi, Sankari, Walker, Christian Loring, and Malik Zachary all on the floor for the Indians as a foul is called and a walk first before the shot. So traveling turns the ball over. Indian ball. Malik Zachary brings it down court. Rudy in the corner. Nice pass down to Christian Loring for the two-handed jam. Christian Loring has 8 points tonight. It's a 12-point lead. Rudy on the ball. Here comes Blue. Nice pass down to Austin Brooks, and traveling called. IB Sankari inbounds it to Malik Zachary as we try to cut the lead to 10. Three-pointer will cut it to single digits. Oh, he had Christian Loring on the pick and roll but didn't see him. They get it to Loring anyway down low. Reverse layup and traveling call.
Good adjustment.
Here comes Christian Blue. Too quick to even get a trap going. They go to the corner for 3, and it's good. A three-pointer for Kevin Hill. That's his third three-pointer of the game. He's got 9 points tonight, and he pushes out a 15-point lead. And that is now the largest lead of the night for either team. Malik Zachary couldn't get it to go. And a foul is going to be called. And they're counting a bucket for the Indians on the play. He must have touched it in the cylinder. I didn't quite catch that, but it's 2 points for the Indians, and the lead is 13. And now they're going to step out of bounds, and it's going to be Indian ball. And we have a chance to cut this deficit even further on a couple of possessions where the Raiders turn it over.
Great find in the corner.
Inbounding it for the Indians is Baruti. Batumba Baruti will inbound. Malik Zachary. Number 2, Laquan Butler. Number 13, Oladapo. And number 10, Christian Long, all in the game for the Indians. Looking for the high screen. Zachary to the hoop with the left hand and the foul. And Malik Zachary will shoot 2. Indians, Malik Zachary averaging 6.5 points a game. He's got 6 tonight with 2 free throws coming. It's down to a 12-point lead. Trying to cut into this deficit. He hit them both. 11-point lead for the Raiders. We need pressure defense right here coming as we come with the trap defense. Raiders break it easily, and James Jordan angles to the far side. Double team, loose ball picked up by the Raiders. Falling out of bounds, stolen by Oladapo. Baseball pass down to Baruti. Baruti drives in, lays it up, and the foul as Holt. It picks up the foul, and Baruti will be shooting 2. Baruti 0 for 3 on the season from the free throw line. Be nice for him to get his first points from the charity stripe right here. And he does. 1 for 3 for tonight from the line. 5 points in the game for Baruti. He can cut the lead to single digits right here. And gets the roll. 6 points for Baruti. It's down to a 9-point deficit for our Indians. Here comes pressure, and they're going to call timeout as he falls out of bounds. So alertly, Demir Black calls a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout taken by the Raiders. 59-50 our score with 10:48 to play. Indians trail by as much as 15, but they've cut it to 9 right here. We take a look at NCAA men's basketball rankings. Kansas is in first place with 37 first-place votes, followed by the University of Kentucky. The Wildcats ranked number 2. Gonzaga is number 3. Duke at number 4. Virginia is number 5. Tennessee at 6. Nevada at 7. North Carolina is at 8. Villanova at 9. And Michigan State rounds out the top 10. Auburn, Kansas State, West Virginia, Oregon, Virginia Tech, Syracuse, Florida State, Mississippi State, Michigan, and TCU round out the top 20 in men's NCAA Division I hoops. Little football action coming your way tomorrow as number 10 Ohio State plays at number 18 Michigan State, South Carolina at Florida. In SEC action, Troy at Georgia Southern, Washington State at Colorado, number 16 Mississippi State at number 1 Alabama. As the three-pointer is good for Holt. And Grant Holt hits his first bucket of the game, and it's back to a 12-point deficit. Other football action, Washington State at Colorado, Auburn at Georgia. As those two ranked teams go, Florida State travels to Notre Dame. LSU goes to Arkansas, and Clemson goes to Boston College as Laquan Butler gets a basket. His 4th point of the game. Holt for 3 again is short. Rebound Oladapo. A 10-point lead at the 10-minute mark. And we lose it out of bounds. And with 10 minutes even, trailing by 10, it'll be Raider ball. Rudy, Oladapo, Lorne, Butler, and Malik Zachary on the floors. On the other end, Oladapo goes down hard as he attempted to dunk it and was fouled from behind.
Hey, you gotta see the duck in with the 5 cheeks. Kendon, you duck in.
So Oladapo at the line shooting 2. Oladapo on the season, 66%. Tonight he is 4 for 4 with 2 free throws coming. Can cut this lead to 8 right here. But he misses the first one. One for 2. 9 points for Oladapo. On the other end, Black tries to lay it up. It's no good. Oladapo leading a 3-on-2 break. He's going to go coast to coast and loses the handle as he's fouled. Foul goes against number 5. That is James Jordan, his second. Oladapo again at the line. Trail by 9. Makes it. Daniel Oladapo. 10 points on the evening. He's in double figures. Makes it for 11. And we have cut the lead to 7 right here. Here comes pressure defense again. Indians. 4-3, Kevin Hill, too strong. Rebound battled for and won by Baruti. Batumbo Baruti bringing it down court. He goes to Gooden. Gooden back out to Baruti for 3. Count it! Baruti with 3. 9 points, and it's a 4-point lead as our Indians come storming back from a 15-point deficit. This is Black working as Baruti. Tries to go left, 11 on the shot clock. Blocked, and a foul is going to be called, and I believe a timeout was taken. A full timeout taken by the Raiders before the shot went up. So full timeout taken with 9:01 to play here in the game. The final game of the first day of the Chipola Classic, and it's a good one. The Indians taking on the Raiders of Roane State, and right now Roane State has a 4-point lead over our Indians, but we have cut a 15-point deficit to 4 based on a flurry of defensive effort by our Indians right now. Raiders have the ball, leading by 4 with 9 minutes to play in this game. Lady Indians won earlier tonight to go to 3-0 on the season, their head coach Greg Franklin. And here's Demir Black working against Butler. Shot is up, no good. Cameron Gooden with the rebound. Gooden going coast to coast, and a blocking foul against Black as Gooden pushes the basketball and will shoot 2 shots. Cameron Gooden on the season, an 87% free throw shooter. And he's at the line shooting 2, one of the better free throw shooters on this Indian squad. Third foul against Black, their leading scorer. He's got 26 on the night. right at his season average. Gooden knocks it down for his first free throw of the game. 4th point for Gooden right there. He hit a 3 in the first half. And he hits them both. So 2 free throws made. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound by Malik Zachary. Zachary into the corner for Gooden for 3. It's good. It's good. And the Indians take a lead, 63-62. Cameron Gooden, his 8th point of the game. He was averaging 6 points a game, so he's above his average, and there's a missed shot. Black with the rebound, and foul is called. Laquan Butler, Malik Zachary, Cameron Gooden, Christian Lorne, and Daniel Oladapo all on the floor for the Indians right now. The foul goes against Laquan Butler, his 3rd. And at the line, their leading scorer, Demir Black, to shoot 2. Trailing by 1 as the Indians fought back from a 15-point deficit to take a 1-point lead on the Cameron Gooden 3. But Black answers and ties it up. Substitution for the Raiders back in the game, number 23, Austin Brooks. Christian Lorne checks out, and I.B. Sankari checks in for the Indians. It's a 1-point lead to the Raiders now. Malik Zachary with the ball. 8 minutes to play here, and it's going to be a good game. I mentioned before the start of this game that the Raiders have been in both their losses, losing by 3 and losing by 6 in their 2 losses of the season. So they've been right there playing even with the teams they faced. And now a foul is going to go against I.B. Sankari, I believe. His 2nd, team 7th, and with that shooting bonus in effect, and the Raiders, Austin Brooks comes to the line shooting 1-1. They're saying that was a shooting foul, so 2 shots coming for Brooks. He misses the first one, and checking into the game for the Indians, number 2, Laquan Butler checks in. Cameron Gooden checks out. Coach Brendan Foley shouting some directions to his squad here as they miss them both. And Gooden comes down with the rebound. Actually, excuse me, that's Laquan Butler. Butler down court. He's going to take it himself. Will not fall. Ball out of bounds. It'll be Indian ball underneath their own basket.
Go through it. You know what's coming. Go through it.
1-point Raider lead. Indians with the ball. Possession arrow belongs to the Raiders if there's a tie-up. Turning into an exciting finish here is going down on the ground is Keyshawn Bruton. It looked like a little bit of a Academy Award over there. I didn't actually see the hit, but Keyshawn Bruton gets 3 shots out of the deal. So Bruton at the line with 3 free throws. Bruton, 66% free throw shooter on the year, averaging 21 points a game. Tonight, he's been held to just 6. He ties it up with the first shot. Misses the second shot. And into the game comes Baruti. Baruti checks in, and Malik Zachary checks out. So 1 more free throw coming for Bruton. 7 points for him tonight, make it 8. So he gives the Indians a 1-point lead at the 7:33 mark. Raiders to inbounds. Here comes a backcourt trap right here. They smell it out. Down court and wide open is Brooks. We left him alone down there. And Austin Brooks gets his 6th point of the game. Laquan Butler directing traffic. Goes baseline, throws it, and they're saying he stepped on the out-of-bounds marker. Turnover Indians, and Malik Zachary checks right back in. And checking out Laquan Butler. Sankari comes in. So Sankari, Zachary, Bruton, Oladapo, and Sankari on the floor. And there's a nice play there. And Bruton gets the top of the key three. It's good. Kashawn Bruton knocks it down. And the Indians lead by 2. And a quick foul in the backcourt against IB Sankari. Sankar picks up his 4th foul of the game. So Sankar, Oladapo, Bruton, Baruti, and Zachary on the floor. And Blue at the line for the Raiders. Christian Blue. This is the 1-and-1. Rebound tipped out and grabbed by Bruton. They get it to Zachary, and he's going to bring it down court. Approaching the 6.5-minute mark here of the second half. Indians by 2 after trailing by 15. Bruton for 3. He already hit one big one. He hit another one. Bruton averaging 21 points a game. Just had 6 points a minute ago. He's doubled that. He's got 14 now. And loose ball knocked out of bounds. And it'll be Indian ball. Now, I got to tell you, that call, the referee just didn't see it because the Indians actually knocked that out of bounds. But we'll take the call and the ball. 4-point lead, Indians. Check that, a 5-point lead. Bruton trying to find some room, shot up, no good. Rebound to the Raiders. 5-point Indian lead is their largest lead of the game. They led by 1 a couple of times in the first half, but this is their biggest lead of the game. Raiders have been in control most of the night. Tipped away by Baruti, chased, loose ball, picked up by Zachary, and he lays it up and in. Malik Zachary with 2. And I think as the Raiders, you got to be thinking timeout right here. 66-73, 7-point Indian lead. Coach Nesbitt's going to let them play. Gets it to Austin Brooks. Working against Oladapo in the corner for Blue. Wide open 3, short, rebound, grab by Oladapo. Zachary, oh, great pass to Sinclair. Blocked against the glass, and that's goaltending by Brooks. And the basket goes to Sinclair. I've got that as IB's 6th point of the game, and a timeout, Indians. So the Indians actually take a timeout with a 9-point lead. 5:12 to play, full timeout. At the 9-minute mark of this game, the Raiders led by about 15. The Indians have stormed back to take a 9-point lead. 66-75 the score. Indians on top right now as the Raiders inbound it to Christian Blue. Ferocious defense have got the Indians back into it as the Raiders have not been able to handle the pressure. Got the Indians applied here in the last 4 or 5 minutes, and there's a steal right there. I.B. Sinclair on the other end, lays it up, misses it. Zachary with the follow. Looked like Sinclair thought about dunking it, changed his mind, and that kind of threw the layup off. Three-pointer good by Caven Hill. And they cut the lead to 8. 77-69, 8-point Indian lead. Zachary for 3, no good. Rebound Sinclair out to Baruti for 3, won't fall. Sinclair grabs the rebound again. Throws it out for Zachary. Indians reset with 4 minutes to play. 20 seconds on the shot clock. And here's Zachary out to Bruton for 3. It won't go, and the Raiders get the ball. Three-pointer on the other end, knocked down, is Jerome Littleson. He comes to the line shooting 3. 9th team foul against the Indians. Double bonus in effect for both teams the rest of the way out.
Shooting the
Jerome gets 3 free throws right here. He was fouled attempting the three-point shot. He misses the first one, and that's good news for our Indians, who keep the 8-point lead. 3-possession game right now. We need at least one more miss to keep that 3-point possession in effect. Checking in the game, number 13, Daniel Oladapo checks in, Sankari checks out. So it is Laquan Butler, Keyshawn Bruton, Christian Loring, Daniel Oladapo, and Batumba Baruti on the floor for the Indians right here. He missed all 3, and Oladapo gets the ball. 3-possession game for the Indians. 8-point lead. Quan Butler tried the pick and roll. He had Christian Loring, but it looked like it might have gotten deflected, and here comes the ball for the Raiders. Christian Blue into the corner for 3 for Jerome. No good. Rebound Reeves. Back to Jerome. Driving in, no good. Oladapo, no, Loring with the rebound. And now we're going to slow things down a little bit, try to work the clock. Laquan Butler, and a timeout taken by the Indians. A full timeout. We'll take the break with them and see what the cheerleaders have going. Day 2 of the Chipola Classic starts tomorrow at 1 o'clock with Saltahatchee takes on Roane State in women's action. And in the men's action, Roane State takes on TCC. Chipola takes on Hillsborough Community College at 5 in ladies action. And then at 7 o'clock, Chipola finishes with Lawson State, the men. So the Indians at 2-0, looking to improve to 3-0 tonight. It's been a fight, as the Raiders led most of the night and had as much as a 15-point lead at the 10-minute mark of this game. But here at the 3-minute mark, the Indians have taken over, and they lead by 8 right now. It's a 3-possession game, and the Indians have the ball. This is Keyshawn Bruton inbounds it to Laquan Butler. Down low to Oladapo, looking for room, and they're going to say he walked. He was trying to get a little room to go up, couldn't find any, and turns it over. Under 3 to play. Every possession counts right here. Need to get a stop. Blocked from behind by Oladapo. Run out to Bruton. Bruton on the other end. Loose ball, and Austin Brooks gets it. And I believe a timeout was taken by the Raiders. Full timeout taken by the Raiders, as that's all they have left. 77-69, 8-point Indian lead. And Malik Zachary checks into the game for the Indians. .233 to play in this game. Indians by 8, a 3-possession game as the Raiders have the ball. And they're talking about the shot clock with the turnover. It should be a full shot clock for the Raiders as the Indians just got the ball. And they reset that, so that's no problem. Coach Nesbitt pointing that out to the referees. So full shot clock, 2:33 to play, and an 8-point deficit. The Raiders have the ball. Baruti, Zachary, Bruton, Lorne, and Oladapo on the floor for the Indians. Their leading scorer right here gets the foul drawn. And coming to the line will be number 24, Demir Black. He's got 30 points tonight and 2 free throws coming. And team fifth goes against Keyshawn Bruton. And he'll be out of the game, and up and off the bench will be number 22, Cameron Gooden, I believe. And he comes in. Bruton was upset because he didn't feel like he touched him, but regardless, he draws the foul and fouls out of the game. Bruton finishes with 14 points on the night, came in averaging 21. 31 points now for Demir Black. He misses that one. Baruti with the rebound. And it's a 7-point lead. Still 3-possession game. Malik Zachary working against Black. Here comes a double team. He's in trouble. And he calls timeout. Timeout taken. It should be a full timeout for our Indians.
Full timeout.
Full timeout for the Indians. I believe the Indians still have a couple of timeouts if they need them. 77-70 our score. Indians by 7. Fought back from a 15-point deficit. Appreciate you for tuning in here to CCTV for tonight's game between the Indians and Roane State Raiders. Tomorrow's action at 5 o'clock, the Lady Indians in business as they take on the Lady Hawks of Hillsborough Community College. And then at 7 o'clock, Chipola takes on Lawson State. Gooden, Oladapo, Christian Lauren, Malik Zachary, and Broody on the floor for the Indians. High screen coming from Christian Lauren. They get it over to Gooden in the corner. Working around, Zachary takes a baseline jumper, does not fall. Lauren skies for the rebound, shot won't go. And Oladapo finishes it off. 13 for Oladapo, and the lead is 9. Ball knocked out of bounds. Raider ball. Inbounding it for the Raiders, number 5, James Jordan, as they work it around the perimeter. Trying to go low, knocked away. Great defense there by Christian Lauren. And then a foul is called quickly on James Jordan. Coming to the line to shoot 2 will be Bruton, I believe. Broody. Batumba Broody at the line to shoot 2. Broody 2 for 7 on the season from the free throw line. Got his first 2 free throws tonight. These are big right here. You could extend it to a 4-possession game. You could just knock one of these 2 down. And you got the second one. Double figures for Broody. He's got 10. He came in averaging 14 a game. This is Demir Black. Ball stolen by Gooden. A minute 20 mark and a 10-point lead. And Indian fans can start breathing a little bit easier here. We're going to play a little time management. Take some seconds off the clock here. Got to watch the shot clock. It's down to 10. Now Oladapo drives in. Right-handed layup. Good. Oladapo with the basket. 15 for Oladapo with under a minute to play. They try to answer with a 3-pointer. No good. Broody gets the ball. 2-on-1 break right here for the Indians. And Broody's going to take it himself with the left hand. And it's a 14-point Indian lead. Largest lead of the night for our Indians here with 40 seconds to play. Holt for 3. It's good. Grant Holt answers. And it's an 11-point lead. And they're going to call a foul on the far sideline. And number 24, Black, I believe, is fouled out of the game. That's his 5th foul. And their leading scorer will go out of the game with 31 points on the night in a losing effort. 33 seconds for the Indians to clinch this victory. At the line is Malik Zachary. Shooting 66% from the free throw stripe, averaging 6.5 points a game tonight. Zachary has 12. Make it 13. And he hit them both. And a timeout will be taken by the Raiders. So the Raiders take a full timeout with 33 seconds to play. 13-point deficit for the Raiders. They took a full timeout but only used 10 seconds, just enough to design a play. They've got some new players in the game. Number 21 is Dylan Fountain out of Wartburg, Tennessee. He's checked into the game for the Raiders. James Jordan in the game, along with Lutzen Jerome and Brooks for the Raiders. For our Indians, it's Christian Lauren, Oladapo, Baroudi, Cameron Gooden, and Malik Zachary. Zachary on the ball. Tough 3, and he's bumped on the 3, and it's a 4-point play. Opportunity for James Jordan. Hits the 3, 8 points, and an extra chance for an extra point right here. Cuts the lead to 10. He can make it single digits with 23 seconds to go. And he does. So 9-point game, 3-possession game with 21 seconds to play. Zachary gets it across half court. The Raiders are going to force a turnover and now a foul. And the foul is going to go against number 5, James Jordan. His fourth, and the Indians will come to the line with 13 seconds to play. Malik Zachary at the line gets the opportunity for 2 more points. As this game is going to go in the books with the Chipola win. They improved to 3-0 on the season, but it wasn't an easy victory. Trailed by as much as 15 late or midway through the second half. Didn't start pulling away until late in the game. And Zachary goes 1 for 2. Raiders down court. Indians going to let him shoot it. And he gets the 3-pointer off the glass. And with 5 seconds to play, here come the Indians. And this game is over. 87-80 final score as the Indians come out on top over the Raiders. Final scoring, 12 points for Baruti, 4 points for Laquan Butler, 15 points for Malik Zachary, 14 points for Sean Bruton, 6 points for Ibrahim Zakari, Christian Lauren with 8 points, 17 points for Daniel Oladapo, 8 points for Cameron Gooden, and 2 points for Dwayne Walker. Again, the Indians proved to 3-0. They play again tomorrow at 7 p.m. right here at the Milton H. Johnson Center. Until then, so long, sports fans.